Lucifer. The name itself evokes mystery, fear, and rebellion. But who was he before his infamous fall? Was he truly the embodiment of evil? Or is there more to his story than what we have been told? If Lucifer was once the most brilliant of all angels, what led him to defy the very creator of the universe? And most importantly, was his rebellion an act of pure defiance, or was it part of a grander cosmic narrative that has been erased from history? Many believe Lucifer's fall was a simple story of pride and punishment, but history, especially religious history, is rarely that simple. Across different cultures and belief systems, Lucifer's identity has been interpreted in various ways. Some see him as the ultimate villain, others as a misunderstood liberator. Could it be that his story has been deliberately altered to keep humanity from discovering a hidden truth? And remember, always question and seek deeper understanding. Lucifer before the fall. Before he became the Prince of Darkness, Lucifer was known as the morning star, the brightest among the heavenly hosts. According to ancient scriptures, he was created as the most beautiful and powerful of all angels. But what made Lucifer so unique? Why was he given such a high status among the celestial beings? Some texts describe him as the bearer of divine wisdom, the light bringer, a title that signified knowledge and enlightenment. He was revered, a leader among angels, with a presence that commanded awe and admiration. But what if his brilliance was not just in appearance, but in thought? Could it be that his ability to question and seek knowledge was the very trait that led to his downfall? If Lucifer was so favored, why did his destiny take such a tragic turn? Could it be that his fall was not merely a punishment but a consequence of something far more complex? Was he the first being to challenge absolute authority? And did that make him dangerous in the eyes of the divine hierarchy? Could Lucifer have been an angel who simply wanted more knowledge, more understanding, and more autonomy? If so, does that make him a hero or a villain? And if he was merely seeking enlightenment, why was he condemned so harshly? His desire to transcend limitations might have been perceived as defiance rather than curiosity. Was he truly trying to overthrow divine rule, or was he seeking the next stage of existence beyond the limits imposed upon him? The Great Rebellion. Religious texts tell us that Lucifer's pride was his downfall, that he sought to place himself above God, leading a rebellion of angels who refused to bow before the divine order. But was it truly pride? Or did he seek something else? Freedom, knowledge, power? Some sources suggest that Lucifer opposed the idea that angels should serve humanity, questioning why beings of pure divinity had to bow before mortals. Was this defiance truly an act of arrogance, or was Lucifer standing up for what he believed was a higher truth? Could his rebellion have been an attempt to free himself and others from a structure that allowed no dissent? What if Lucifer was not the first to challenge divine authority, but the first to be punished so severely for it? And what about the angels who followed him? Were they truly wicked, or were they loyal to a cause they believed was just? What if history was rewritten to make them the villains? Could it be that Lucifer's followers were not demons at all, but beings who simply refused to conform to an imposed order? And if so, could their exile be more of a banishment of free thought rather than a war lost in the heavens? The fall, from light to darkness. The punishment for Lucifer's defiance was swift and absolute. Cast out of heaven, he fell, along with those who sided with him, into the abyss, a realm far removed from divine light. This is where Lucifer is said to have become Satan, the adversary, the ruler of hell. But is this transformation truly what happened? The name Satan means adversary or accuser, yet it was a title rather than a proper name. Was Lucifer truly the first to bear this title, or was he turned into Satan by those who sought to erase his true story? And what of hell itself? Was it truly created as a prison for fallen angels, or was it a domain Lucifer himself shaped after his fall? Some ancient texts suggest that Lucifer did not simply fall into hell, but that he built it, molding it into a kingdom of his own design. Could it be that his exile was not just punishment, but an opportunity to rule a new kingdom? Could hell have been a refuge rather than a prison? If so, what was Lucifer's true purpose there? Was he truly a torturer of souls, or a ruler over the castaways of divine order? Could he have taken the mantle of leadership in the shadows, not as an enemy of God, but as a necessary force balancing creation? If so, what would that mean for the way we perceive good and evil? The Church and the demonization of Lucifer. Throughout history, Lucifer's image has been distorted, evolving from a fallen angel into the very personification of evil. But how did this transformation occur, and why? Early Christian texts do not always equate Lucifer with Satan. It was only through centuries of theological evolution that he became the archenemy of God. In medieval times, the Church solidified the image of Lucifer as the ultimate deceiver, using fear to ensure obedience. But if Lucifer's original role was to bring knowledge and enlightenment, was his demonization an intentional move to suppress certain truths? What if his story was rewritten to serve a greater religious and political agenda? Could Lucifer's fall have been a necessary event to maintain a structure of control? What if the very idea of his rebellion was used as a warning against questioning authority? And if that is the case, what else have we been led to believe without question? Was Lucifer's transformation into Satan a theological evolution, meant to reinforce a system that thrives on absolute obedience? Reassessing Lucifer's legacy. Lucifer's story is one of power, defiance, and ultimate downfall. But was he truly the villain of this cosmic drama, or was he a misunderstood figure whose legacy was shaped by those who feared what he represented? If Lucifer was the bearer of light, then what was his true purpose? And more importantly, if history is written by the victors, how much of his story has been twisted beyond recognition? Perhaps it is time to look beyond the traditional narrative in question. Was Lucifer's rebellion truly an act of evil, or was it the ultimate quest for freedom? Let us know in the comments. Was Lucifer a villain, or was he simply fighting for something greater? And remember, always question and seek deeper understanding.